Hello everyone, Meteorologist Carly Smith here. The countdown has ended and we are going to talk about your unsettled week, how it's going to continue. We've got a daily opportunity for rain and of course, you're joining me live. Thank you for being with us this morning. Hello everyone, how has the rain been treating you? Did you get in on the heavy rain that fell Southside Corpus Christi yesterday? I want to know, let me know in the comments, but for now we're going to go through all these graphics, we're going to get started, and we're going to talk about this unsettled weather pattern that we've really been in. So essentially the upper level pattern has this trough that is draped across the United States, especially the plains, and it digs down south into Texas. That is bringing up abundant moisture into the Lone Star State, but also through Louisiana, Mississippi, and into areas across the Northeast. Around that area of high pressure that set up the Bermuda High, set up over the tropics essentially. So that's bringing abundant moisture up. However, this pattern actually is very reminiscent to what happened when Beryl was in the Gulf of Mexico. A lot of that moisture is being pulled closer to Houston and Louisiana versus us here in South Texas, but we're still getting it. We saw a lot of the good rain yesterday. We're going to see a little bit more today, but as we head into the week ahead, we're going to say goodbye to this rainy pattern. So enjoy it while it's still here, especially by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Monday's still a little bit of a question mark. Model's not in quite an agreement for that day, but by Tuesday and Wednesday, high pressure sets up. We're going to just heat up again, and we're not going to see much in the way of rain, it looks like, next week. So yesterday, these are your rainfall totals from yesterday. I'm not going to do a day-to-day, or let me reword that. I'm going to do a day-by-day total until Friday. So on Friday, I'll give the full week range of rainfall, but for now, I'm just going to show each day. So yesterday, I posted on social media the rain we saw on Monday. Today, I posted it on social media. So my Facebook page is Carly Smith WX. Check it out. But I posted this for the rainfall for yesterday. So Southside Corpus Christi really was the hot spot for the rain on Tuesday. We picked up 2.97 inches of rainfall that direction, 3/4 of an inch up near Beeville, over 3/4 for Tivoli. But you can see it's very spotty. Even though we've got a decent shot at rain in the forecast, it's still very hit or miss. If you get in an area like the south side of Corpus Christi that gets jumped to rainfall, very high impact. If you're in one of those gray areas that didn't see rain at all, very low impact. So it's nearly impossible to say exactly where all the heavy rain will be, but the coastal region does continue to be one of those spots where we do anticipate a little bit more rain or more consistent day-to-day rain, essentially, especially during the morning hours. So right now, here's the latest look at radar where we saw a lot of rain off the Gulf of Mexico. That is starting to move away from us. We'll talk about why in just a second, but don't get your hopes up. We've got all these little spotty showers and thunderstorms starting to pop up this time of day. That's thanks in part to the sun. The sun's coming up. It's heating up the ground. We're starting to see some convection get started thanks to the daytime heat. And then when the sea breeze kicks in this afternoon, we'll see a little bit more action. But yeah, all of these storms are going to try to grow. They're going to dump some brief heavy rainfall. And then they'll be done. We're not anticipating severe weather, hail. There could be a tropical funnel, but no tornadoes or things like that. We've got another little shower that's popped up here on Padre Island. It looks like south of the canal, so it'd be in the National Seashore. But some spotty rain showing up. We also have to watch out for the wind turbines, especially when they get rain on them. They show up very easily on radar. So yeah, that's a quick look across the coastal bend. Something I want to point out, though, is look at all this rain that is coming up out of Brownsville. So all of this moisture is essentially associated with the tropics in part, but additionally with this is being pulled toward essentially a surface low that is set up right over Houston. And so this is the pattern that really makes me reminiscent of Beryl. There was a surface low over Houston on Saturday, and Beryl turned and kept shifting more east closer to that low. And so a lot of the rain is going to continue to move closer to this low as well. We still have the stationary boundary, which is allowing those storms to develop there near Laredo, that's moving across the region. Let me back this up so we can get the rain to move. So Laredo is still seeing some of the action along the stationary boundary, but essentially the trough, which is another type of surface low, is going to bring a ton of that rain closer to Houston versus down here in South Texas. So the heavier side of the rain is going to be more on this easterly side of this vorticity center that's set up near Brownsville this morning. So that's where all the rain has been, and you see the vorticity getting stretched up toward that low closer to Houston and Lake Charles, and essentially we want to be on the right side of this vorticity, not on the left side, and so we're going to miss out on a lot of the rain. But as we head into Thursday, there's still some vorticity that's associated with the stationary boundary that's in play as well. So we do continue to see an opportunity of rain Thursday and Friday, just because of that stationary boundary that's still set up in the area. That shows up between the high and the low. You really see it right here with the moisture. So where there's a high level of moisture and then there's the dry air behind it, behind that boundary, we're gonna get convection and thunderstorms that develop. However, we start to lose the abundant moisture as this high continues to slide, and then that high pressure ridge builds right over essentially Texas and Oklahoma. That's going to start to kill our rain chances and boost our heat into next week. So let's go back. This was the vorticity graphic, right? So watch the red blob, the one right here near Brownsville. This one, watch it. It's gonna move north, right? And Houston to Lake Charles is going to continue to see some of the higher end rainfall totals. So they're seeing a lot of rain now with essentially a line of thunderstorms that has developed along that boundary. But moderate risk of flooding, that's a 20 to 50% chance. That's pretty high. So I anticipate flooding there into southeast Texas and southwestern Louisiana. Essentially, we still have a slight risk, 10 to 20%, so we're not in the clear of rainfall, but we're not going to see the highest, heaviest risk that results in flooding. So I think it's good news. We don't want to flood, right? But we would like a little bit more rainfall, just a little bit, right? So anyway, we still have a slight risk on Thursday, then Friday that drops to marginal. Taking a look at Futurecast for today, you see most of the rain does stay there just off the coast, but we're still anticipating the chance for some spotty action to develop thanks to daytime heating and sea breeze this afternoon and into tomorrow. Thursday also provides another chance for one of those pieces of energy to lift north. I think south coastal bend. So we've had a lot of focus, Ingleside, Rockport, Refugio, Sinton, Beeville, Port Aransas the last few days. I think areas south of highway or Interstate 37, south of I-37, you're going to have a better shot for some of the heavier rainfall tomorrow. So that's going to be Thursday afternoon. So the morning, it would still be likely near the coast and in that target zone, the northeastern area. And then as we head into the afternoon, we're going to get a little bit more rainfall for the southern half of the coastal bend. So that will be a change of events for us. But again, as far as today goes, coastal region, I think, continues to see the most rain. It's scattered this afternoon inland, so it is going to remain that hit or miss type of forecast that results in rainfall. I didn't put this in my lineup, but I want to show it. Rainfall totals, oh, that's because it was with color of the weather. Oh, not this one. I don't want to show, anyway. With rainfall totals that look a little bit more splotchy, right? So this is for Thursday. This is today. So very splotchy. This is starting now. So we've already seen most of the rain that falls along the coast this morning. Then we get the splotchy action a little bit more inland. And then Thursday, we have a little bit more opportunity of rain, again, mostly on the south and western side this time of Interstate 37. So this isn't exactly how things are going to play out, but it's a good way to gauge who's going to see the potential for the most rain and who's going to see the potential for the least amount of rain. So each day, we're only at Wednesday. We still are in that unsettled weather pattern, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So it's nearly impossible to say who's going to see the 3 inches of rainfall like we saw south side yesterday, but that's still possible through Saturday. Essentially, we're still in this very unsettled pattern. Sunday, we may continue to add a little bit more rain into the forecast, but by Monday and Tuesday, we're looking much drier. Saharan dust also coming back into play, and heat index values are going to be back around 110. So that is all the information that I have for y'all. I see a couple of comments. Sorry. Oh, someone thought their friends were driving in the rain. Friends or family. San Antonio saw the most rain yesterday. Your rainfall, San Antonio's rain is going to slowly continue to trend down. There's going to be more rain today, but it's going to be pretty spotty. It's not going to be widespread or a complete washout by any means, but we still could get a thunderstorm that pops up, Christine, that does dump an abundant or a little bit of heavy rainfall. So it's going to be very spotty, though. Any rain this weekend for Comic-Con? Oh, the Elver, is that Corpus or San Antonio? Is that why Susanna's asking about San Antonio? I'll have to look at that a little bit deeper, and we'll talk about it more tomorrow. But once this boundary right now is south of San Antonio, so your rain chances have gone down, and the trend continues to be more and more south and east as we head into the weekend. So I would anticipate less rain for the weekend forecast for any Comic-Con events, whether that's Corpus or San Antonio. But Saturday, Corpus still has a decent shot at rain. So that's all I have for you in this Facebook Live update. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all have a wonderful Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Carly Smith, signing off.